Now I want to talk to you about a move that I made. They probably really want to be interested about to hear. I am an Iowa girl, so you might be wondering how I got to Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, again, one of my hobbies is writing stories. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of how I got to Ohio. During my last year of high school, I went to a national Down syndrome conference with my dad, and I brought some of my stories with me. The Down Syndrome Congress was starting a newsletter, and I was a co-editor of that newsletter. I worked with them over the phone and sent things in the mail. A lady in Cincinnati, Anthony Peterson, no relation of any kind, one of my stories in the newsletter. She was starting a business that started in 1995 called Capabilities Unlimited Inc. And they were doing a newsletter that was only done in Cincinnati, Ohio. So that was a big part of my move to live more independently on my own. I was still a graduate student at the Webster City High School, taking classes. But from that conference, I learned so much I always wanted to accomplish in living on my own. And so the move to Cincinnati I took was a job as an office out-of-state intern. She listened to my hopes and also my dream about having a more independent life. I was nervous, but I decided to take that risk. And you know, pretty soon, that was about 7 years ago, no longer 6 years. I've been living on my own that long. It was hard for me and my parents when I moved so far away, 600 miles away from home. My family supported me because they wanted me to have a chance to live my own life. I'm glad that they did. It was worth the risk. Good. And now I want to tell you a little bit about my dream. And this is where I'm going to need you guys' help. I'm going to ask you what your dreams are and accomplishments. I want to tell you some of mine, and then I want to hear yours. Hopefully they're a lot different than mine. So if your answers are different than mine. Okay, got it? Okay, get it. Give me, it's a little fun. I always wanted to live on my own. The next point is that I always wanted to have a place. I always wanted to have my own place to live at. And I always wanted to go to college. And I did all of these things, all in different stages in my life. I've been living on my own for 7 years. And I started out as a nanny helper to a little girl with Down syndrome. Her name is Esther Lee. And I was living on my own upstairs in their family home. And then I started more independent living in the office apartment where I was working, where my boss was living upstairs. And then I got into my very first apartment. And I've been in the same apartment building for about like 4 years now. And I earned it. I'm very proud of myself, actually. And then I went to college. I did it without for grade or for any credit. I went to Xavier University. I took 2 classes that I had an interest in because I wanted to work with people, not just people with disability. I'm the first out of my family to move out of state, which was like a college experience for me. I took interpersonal relationships and presentational speaking. So those are actually my dreams and goals that I had. And now I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to ask you all a question. I want to know your dreams and goals. I'm not done yet. famous.
Sometimes I am going to get married I'm going to get married to one king that I'm going to marry her.
Okay. Do you ever want to feel like you want to be a singer or something like that? Or
yeah, I do.
there you go! I like that. Thank you. Excellent.
I live in a home where I learn everything, but I can't cook. My husband over there cooking very good for me, and he don't want to get but everything else I live on my own. I know. I keep the house shower. I do everything on my own.
I think I get what you're saying. I think what you're telling me is that you feel like you're independent life. Yeah, and it's not easy for you to do it all, but you've been doing this on your own for quite a bit. That's a big goal. You gotta keep that up. Promise me? It's okay, what happens? I know a lot of stuff is very difficult to do. What do you change, John?
Where I really can't take it.
Oh, I want to get engaged to get married. Hey, I like that. Okay, that's good. I like that. I'm going to keep moving, okay? Oh, here comes another one. Ooh. Green and orange. Okay, now what are your dreams and goals? You don't have any dreams?
I live in a planet.
Oh, you want to be with your family?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to be with your family? Well, that's important. That's good. I like that. Oh, you want to have a family?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Ah, here comes some more.
I'm given. And I'm getting family friends. Even my family life. That time, I lost my job again. They want to be back. I have homes. My vision is I'll be it soon. And because I'm making it out of here. Because I have my brother. And it's from NC, but it's kind of both brothers. And I switched to my life is I want to be with my family, with my husband. And because I'm still working and my new life.
In your life, that's like more like a story to me almost. Almost like a good speech. And you run up and look, I don't want to tell me their dreams and goals.
To your left, Mia.
What?
Right there.
Oh.
Right, and take him.
Oh.
Do the walk, lift it, everywhere to my brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stuck with him.
Yeah. He like popcorn. We work here. We like it. Okay.
Okay, I think I got that. Here's someone. What are you doing?
I'm gonna help speak for Ingrid. This is Ingrid, and she has several. She says, first of all, she's living with one of her dreams. So she's living with her fiance.
Yay.
So that's one of her dreams. And then she says, next year she wants to be married, and we're engaged to get married next year. So she hasn't reached that yet. But she also says that one of her dreams is to start an in-home business and help people who need services get more services in the home. And also she has a question for you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, by the way, she also reached one of her goals, which was to buy her own condo.
Ooh.
She bought her own condo, she has her own condo. But she has a question for you.
And
She wants to know if you have someone very special in your life that you, for Valentine's Day.
you know, everyone that's special in my heart is everyone in this room for Valentine's Day. And I want to dance with every single person here.
Good answer, all right.
Good answer.
Goals and hopes and dreams. So.
That's good. But I do have a special loved one.
Good.
Yeah.
I work for Tri-Counties Regional Oxnard.
Yay.
Clerk 2. I've been with the agency going on 27 years. I will be the next tri-line. My dream is to get married and to have a new man in my life and to move on.
That's great. I'm like, Your name is Matthew. Why don't you drink and go?
This is Matthew. This is my hobby together. Hope you guys are 6. And my best friends, Claudia, she's a very nice, a good coach, she is. And I'm parenting now, and I'm getting a firstborn.
What are your other dreams besides getting married?
I'm 26. I'm a year.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Okay.